Hey guys, what's up? So we're gonna talk about all the red flags that a guy should have. Because you know what? You know what's crazy? See, girls, whether they mean it or not, with intention, they're not always honest in terms of what they like in a guy. Sometimes they'll tell, guys that I like this in a guy when they really like the opposite. So we're gonna break down all the red flags a guy should have, or how girls phrase it, a good toxic. All right, so number one, he's not always available, or he's always busy, I should say. He's always busy. And what I mean by always busy is, how when a girl says, I like it when a guy is very consistent. I need consistency. I need to know that you're always there. But any guy who's ever dated any girl, you realize that the more attention you show her constantly, the more she gets away from you, the more she decides to pull back and leave you. Yeah, that's what that basically is. Anytime when you give a woman more consistency in terms of always calling every day, or telling her how much you love her, or seeing her every single day during the week, she gets turned off by that. She gets turned off by that. She doesn't like it. She thinks you're too clingy. That's just how they view it. And you know what? I can understand why, that's kind of unattractive. But what I don't really like is how girls say they want consistency. They want a guy to be there every step of the way, every single day. And as soon as you give them that, they pull apart. Like they pull away and they start talking to someone else. That's what I don't understand, right? That's just how they are. They'll say that, but they'll do something different. That's why you can't really listen to a girl in terms of what she says. It's about what she does. That's just what it is. So, you always being busy, don't respond to her text fast. If you're just talking to a girl, only see her maybe once a week. And if you really like her over the course of time and she shows that she's worth always seeing, then maybe 2 times a week, that's fine. But you have to be distant, because the reason why you have to be distant is because you have to give her something to think about. You got to give her something to think about while she's away from you. So, let us see that you have a life outside of her, man. Girls don't like it when your whole life revolves around them. And you know what? Like I always say, you can't really get mad at that, because if I'm in a relationship, I'm single now, but if I'm in a relationship and I'm with a girl who depends on me to make her happy 24/7, and every single day I have to, cater to her emotions every day, that's too much on me. That's too much on me, and that's not fair, and no one should be under that amount of stress. So always be busy, and don't just pretend that you're busy. Actually do something. Go to the gym, work more hours at your job, have some hobbies, and have a life. Have a life. Don't just rely on that girl to be your only source of happiness, because that is some loser shit. You can't expect a girl to respect you if you always think about her 24/7. It just doesn't work that way. All right, so that's red flag number one. Always be busy, even when you're not. Pretend like you're busy. Do something, make up something. Don't see her every day. Point number two, have girls in your friend zone that you slept with, or they're just your friends. Reason being is because it shows her that you have the potential to always leave her, or you have the potential just to cut her off if you want to stop dating her. So the reason why having girls in your friend zone is good, especially on socials, is because that it shows that other girls are willing to be around you. Like, you don't creep them out. Like, because think about it. If a girl thinks that you're ugly, right? She thinks you're ugly, or you're not attractive in any way. Like, forget even thinking about talking to you in the future. She doesn't even want to be around you. She doesn't even want to give off the chance that you might have a chance with her. That's how girls are if they're just like, you creep them out physically. They're just like that. And every guy has that experience. Like, you might try to talk to a girl and she doesn't like you like that, but she doesn't mind you being her friend. Okay, every guy's been through that. But then there are some situations where a guy could approach a girl and that girl doesn't want to even be around that guy because that guy creeps them out that much for whatever reason. Most of the time it's looks, but that's just what it is. So anytime you have girls in your friend zone, whether you slept with them or they just like being around you personality-wise, it's a good thing. It always poses the threat of cheating. Now, I'm not saying cheat in a relationship. I'm not saying you have to do that. But if you're in a relationship or you're even dating a girl, you have to show her that you have other girls around so it gets her to act right. Because think about it. Because Girls only respect dudes who got other chicks. That is just the way it is, and it will never change. It will never change, bro. You have to show your girl that she can be replaced at any moment. Why do you think Future had that song, Don't Get Too Comfortable? Because guess what? If you get too comfortable, another girl will be in your spot, whether I'm dating you or we're in a relationship. So you better not get too comfortable. And girls need to feel that. You gotta make a girl compete for you. You can't just sit back and do everything you can to make sure she doesn't leave. It should go both ways. You have to appreciate her, and she has to appreciate you. And the best way to make a girl appreciate you is to show her that other girls like you. So have some girls in your friend zone, whether you slept with them or not, it doesn't matter. And I'm not saying you have to cheat. I'm not saying that, but you have to show her that she can leave just like that if she disrespects you. Red flag number 3, status on social media or in real life. And basically that's all that is just having somewhat of a following. Having a following, or if you go in public or you at parties or any type of event, basketball courts, whatever, people know who you are in your area at least. I'm not saying you have to be known all over the world, but within your area, people should know who you are. Because think about it, man, like if no one knows who you are or they've never seen you, that means that you probably don't go outside as much. You probably have no social life if no one knows you in real life. No one knows you in real life at all. And, it's just like, how do you sit inside all day expecting people to know you when you don't do anything? You don't go to parties, you don't go out to games, you don't go out to restaurants, you're not in the city, like nothing. You're not going out shopping in the mall in your area. You have to have some type of social life in real life and social media as well. And the reason why this can be considered toxic is because, let's say if you're at a club or something, right, in your hood, wherever the case may be, and the girl that you're with or the girl that's probably looking at you and interested in you sees that a lot of people know you, especially females. This might be like, yo, damn, like you know everybody. You must be a hoe. You must be a hoe. So sometimes girls will think, oh, that's a red flag, oh, he knows everybody. I don't really want to talk to him. It doesn't matter. That's a good red flag. It's good that people know who you are or they're familiar with being around you. That's a good thing. Don't ever get it twisted. Because if you're a guy who comes into a spot and no one knows who you are and you have no friends whatsoever, she's going to automatically think that something's wrong with you. So it's good that people know who you are. Not saying that you got to be a big time celebrity, but you have to be out and about to where people recognize who you are. So you're used to being around people. If you're not used to being around people, there's no way you're going to be good in a relationship. I just don't see how. And that goes both ways. So being that other females and other people know you, that's a good thing. And if she thinks that you're a hoe, then so be it, and that's a red flag. So what? That's a good thing. And actually, girls actually respect the fact that people know you. That means that people actually like being around you. Because who wants to be around a creep all day who, he's not good at talking to people and he's very nervous? Even you wouldn't want to be around that person. So people knowing you, especially females knowing you, is a good red flag to have. And lastly, red flag number 4, a guy who acts like a pretty boy or very light skinned. So the thing is, especially with the whole very light skinned thing, if we're just being honest, it's just jealousy. Anytime when guys, especially guys too, it's not even just females, but guys as well, when they always talk shit about how, you're very light skinned or you act like a pretty boy, translation, what they're really trying to say is that, why do you think you look better? You have a better face than me. That's what they really mean. That's what they really mean. It's all jealousy. Because guess what? The dude with the pretty face can definitely fuck your bitch. It can and will happen if you slip. Pretty boys have always been taking dudes' girlfriends. Why do you think Trey Songz is like one of the masters at taking guys' girls? Because women, through their perspective, believe that Trey Songz has a pretty face. He has a pretty face, so automatically they think about sleeping with him because of how he looks facially. Obviously, he takes care of his skin, good haircuts, whatever the case may be. That's why taking care of your face is very important. That's why get some type of skincare routine, or just make sure that when you come home, make sure you wash your face every day, because dirt can add up on your face and you get a lot of bumps, and that is a turnoff. Bad acne, all that is not good. Because anytime when you're approaching a girl, the first thing she sees is your face. So pretty boys or guys who are obsessed with taking care of their face, some girls will think, oh, well, he's doing too much and he thinks he's all that. Man, so what? So what? The face is the first thing a girl notices. And any guys out there who are ugly as hell, or they're very insecure, and they always, talking shit about how you're very light skinned or you act like a pretty boy, they're just jealous because they wish that they could take care of your face. No, they wish that they could, have a face like yours. Because some guys are just like that. Like, I'm telling you, man, like some guys are just really jealous. Like if you're, getting your face right, or, you're doing photo shoots or whatever the case may be, or you're using like skincare products like a female, they always got some shit to say. It's crazy. It's crazy. So make sure that you're always taking care of your face. And anytime when a girl says that you're a pretty boy, or, you think you're all that, listen, if they take that as a red flag, so what? I'd rather you respect me than to think that I'm ugly and I don't want to take care of myself. So that's just what it is. But that's the video for today. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think of the vid, and I'll see y'all later.